In the world today, protecting a country's borders is vital.
It is seen as a gateway to the UK.
These are the men and women in uniform responsible for safeguarding Ireland's borders. Stopping.
Look at me, behind the yellow line.
Searching.
Have you been stopped at a checkpoint before?
We just listened to me.
And seizing drugs, arms and illegal goods.
If anyone tries to harm me, that dog will tear them to shreds.
Saving lives.
I'd say about 200 kilometres per hour.
And protecting Ireland's inhabitants and millions of visiting tourists.
You could have been here 100 times. It doesn't mean that you're guaranteed to get in the 101st time.
They police the ports.
But you have to make sure there's definitely nobody underneath the vehicle.
The airports.
Why did you tell me you weren't working?
And the roads.
These are very badly damaged straps.
If you can't drive the truck, shouldn't be on the road.
These are the Border Interceptors. Coming up, things aren't adding up for a driver and his white van is hanging in the balance.
What way do you pay your insurance?
An American traveller becomes separated from his family and his passport.
Is your wife still on the plane? Is she coming out?
And trucks crossing the borders are about to have a spanner thrown in the works.
I'm going to double check that now, but it's coming up as being expired since August 15.
On patrol around the streets of Dublin Airport, road traffic officers Mark Fay and Paddy McElroy are keeping their eyes on the road. Using onboard ANPR technology, their unmarked car is automatically reading number plates and searching for vehicles that shouldn't be on the road. And it's not long before they have a hit. Officer Fay goes to find out why.
Right, who owns the van? What's your own name? Carl, do you have your driving licence on you there, please? How long do you own the van?
While the driver talks to Officer Fay, Officer McElroy radios for a vehicle check to verify the information the driver has given is correct.
Roger, stand by them.
Have you been stopped at any time recently with the vehicle, have you?
I was stopped the very first week I had it.
Okay.
And the insurance disc was out.
Okay.
The documents hadn't gone through.
Okay.
So that has since been sorted.
Have you been stopped in the interim basis? No. Okay, I'm just going to double check and see what the story is or see if there's been any inquiries in relation to the vehicle over the time with your boss at the time now, okay? I'm back to you now then, alright?
The driver explains that he has been previously stopped for no insurance.
Joking.
Just want to see if there's any inquiries. Tango Bravo 208 control. Can you just give me any information there in relation to any inquiries since the purchase date?
And his suspicions are confirmed.
Roger, control, thanks. What way do you pay your insurance? On direct debit. And do you miss any payments with that? So you always ensure there's the money in. But why don't you do the 3-month period then for the tax? It's €94, like, you know what I mean?
The driver offers up that with money coming in, he'll soon be able to pay his road tax. But it's not good enough for Officer Fay. Driving without tax is an offence. The officer is left with no choice.
Oh, look, I'm going to be detaining the vehicle under provisions of Section 41 of the Roadside Act of 1961 as amended. Basically, the reason why I'm detaining it is because you had it since October. And whilst I sympathise with you over what you're saying in terms of, i.e. financial difficulty or wherever else, the provision is there in the event of some people find themselves in circumstances.
Joe, can you get a tow truck here to assess them for your road, please? Section 41 for this Peugeot partner van, please.
All right, mind yourself, okay? See you. Mind yourself, all right? Good luck, bye-bye.
The vehicle is seized, leaving the man with no white van. Avoiding payment has only added to that driver's financial problems.
And unfortunately now for him it's going to cost him the fees in which to reclaim it, and also he'll have to back taxes and tax it for a minimum period. Why you would purchase a vehicle and not take into account as to the actual out-of costs that are involved in relation to putting it on the road. He should have factored into consideration the yearly tax, or, as I said to him, a 3-monthly tax period if he found himself in difficulty.
Being the most westerly of all European airports, Shannon has become a major destination for connecting transatlantic flights. With over 1.7 million passengers a year using the airport, it's vital that Border Control are able to monitor everyone coming and going through its channels. Transferring on a connecting international flight, passengers are kept airside and do not officially enter the country.
Enjoy your stay, lads. Have a great time. Take care now.
This passenger has arrived at Officer Dara Malloy's desk.
What's that, sir?
My wife is being paid. She's got my passport.
Oh, where's your wife?
She is somewhere in the airport. I thought she went ahead of me, but she might have gone different.
And, but is your wife still on the plane? Is she coming out? No?
She was already out, but she walked ahead.
And has she gone through immigration here?
I'm honestly not sure. I can't find her. She's with my 2 children.
Oh, your 2 children as well, is it?
Yes, and I have an American passport as well as she does.
Yeah, oh yeah, you're fine, yeah, there's no problem there. But she must have gone through immigration if she's not here in the immigration hall.
And we're flying to New York, so I'm just here for a connecting flight.
Okay. Look, I think we have someone trying to page your wife, just to try and get her. So if you just take a seat over there for 2 minutes, sir, and we'll try and get her, okay?
Having found himself at Irish immigration with no ID, a missing family and a flight to catch, the immigration officers are faced with trying to solve the situation.
If it's a connecting flight, obviously if they're not Irish national, it makes it a bit more complicated. The main thing is that people don't panic. Come to us and we can always help you out. We'll always help you out and facilitate by ringing the embassy or ringing some person who may have the passport, or we'll be able to contact someone who will be able to get the passport for them.
Between getting off the plane and just getting over here, there are so many steps and there are very few directions, and so just she went ahead and took the children ahead, but we didn't really think it would be this complicated. Okay, we just figured it would be one way and then we would all meet up ahead, but apparently it's not.
They can't give him leave to land without a passport, and he can't get back through to the transfer route without going ahead through immigration first. They need to make sure he is who he says he is, and the quickest way to do that is to locate his wife and his passport. An announcement is put out around the airport.
Hopefully we'll get it all figured out and we'll get on our flight.
And all he can do is wait.
I think it leaves at 12:45, so we have another hour, so we should be okay. But we have the right people working on it, I think. If everyone else gets on the flight except for me, as long as I get my passport at some point, I'll be okay.
The airport team have found his passport, and with official ID, the process can now begin.
He's transferring on to Boston with his family, but his family took the transfer route and he took the route down through Irish immigration. His wife had his passport, so now we've retrieved his passport. We're going to get him back upstairs.
He's now in a race to reach his flight in time.
Oh, we got it? Okay.
Okay, so I'll get you to go through. Your wife and the kids are upstairs.
Okay.
Okay, there was a transfer line that they went down that line.
Okay.
Okay, I'll bring you to Dara and then he'll bring you.
Well, I'm glad I found you.
Thank you. There you go. I'll bring you back up through security and we'll get you through the fast track.
You found your wife? Very good. And you're going back to the States now today? Very good, sir. Now, take care, sir, and safe home. Take care, sir. Bye now.
Once through immigration, the passenger is escorted through the airport and security to be reunited with his family in time to catch their ongoing flight. Traffic cops Mark Fay and Paddy McElroy are patrolling the roads that link Dublin to its port, airport, and the rest of the country. They've already stopped and seized one vehicle for driving with no tax. In 2015, the Garda prosecuted over 7,000 people for driving without insurance, and ever since, they've been cracking down further on this offence. It's not long before the ANPR system flags yet another suspicious vehicle. Officer McElroy speaks to the driver.
Right, that's the reason you're being stopped for. You have no entity, you have no tax in the vehicle either.
Yeah.
Okay, any reason for it?
I got no excuse to good one, I don't.
Do you always not wear your seatbelt?
I just took it off there.
You just took it off, okay. You know you're in danger of your vehicle being seized, do you understand that? Yeah, more than likely you probably will be. I'm just going to do a few checks on it, okay? Does anything else come up with that? She's no excuse.
Officer Faye checks her details against their system.
Control, do you mind contacting Gallons, please, there for section 41. We are on the N81 outbound there before the Circle K.
In 2016, an AA survey found that the cost of car insurance in Ireland had increased by almost 40% in under 2 years.
So her NCT is out since the end of last year. Tax is out since the start of the year. But the reason she had no reason for it. She just didn't bother doing it.
Unfortunately for this driver, the news isn't good.
No, grand, thanks.
Martina, unfortunately, it's bad news for you. Yeah, the vehicle's going to be seized under Section 41 of the Road Traffic Act, of which you'll need to go and get things sorted out. There's no tax or no insurance on it. You didn't give me a plausible reason why you didn't.
Insurance.
Well, you mean tax and NCT. You didn't give me a plausible reason why you didn't have it done. You're driving a vehicle in a public place, and it's just, you know, unfortunately we meet under these circumstances, but that's the reason why we're here for.
The female driver is clearly upset as the consequences of having no insurance hits home.
She's no excuse. So an FCPM will be issued in relation to the no NCT. That carries 3 penalty points and a fine. On conviction in court is 5 penalty points. There'll be also a ticket issue for the no tax.
In just one patrol, 2 vehicles have been seized, making the roads of Ireland safer for all who use them. At Dublin Airport, working on the non-EU passenger desk, Garda Frank Flynn is checking passports and travel documents.
Just checking the flights now from 12:20.
With Ireland's high standard of living, strong economy and membership of the European Union, it's an inviting immigration destination.
Are you going driving? On the left.
Nearly 30 million passengers use Dublin Airport every year. And it's the responsibility of border officers like Officer Flynn to protect this important entry point to Ireland.
Okay. 90 days, sir. Thank you. Take care.
It demands vigilance, alertness, and an attention to detail.
Hello. Morning. How are you?
Good. How are you, sir?
Good.
A family who've just landed from the US arrive at Officer Flynn's booth.
You're on your summer break.
How long are you staying, Michael?
How long are you staying, ma'am?
16 days in total.
Lovely. Christopher. Thank you, sir.
Happy with their documents, Officer Flynn allows the family into Ireland, but not before he makes an eagle-eyed observation.
Police officer, Christopher. So am I. Best of luck.
He realized I was a police officer by my wristband. We have like a brotherhood, I guess, so for him to notice my wristband that quick, he was very observant. So I work at the courthouse in the States, and I work warrant unit, and I pick up on details, but I don't know if I'd have picked that up that quick. That was sitting where he was sitting at. That was pretty slick.
For Officer Flynn, it's just a chance to bond with fellow international police officers.
A bond there worldwide, you know, with police forces, and especially the USA and the Gardaí go to the US every St. Patrick's Day and march in the St. Patrick's Day parade, you know. Hello, how are you?
Fine.
Good, good.
Next to approach Officer Flynn's desk is a woman travelling alone. Although the lady has arrived from France, she's at Officer Flynn's booth because she's not an EU citizen. She's African.
The lady was from Guinea-Bissau. She had a visa to enter, multi-entry visa to enter Ireland. Oh, you live in France?
Yes.
The woman may live in France, but her West African nationality means she has a different immigration status to a citizen of an EU country. She needs specific documentation if she intends to stay and work.
You have a letter, have you?
Yeah.
The woman produces a letter to show she is part of something called the atypical work scheme. It allows non-EU citizens to work in Ireland for a specific employer, where there is a skill shortage in the profession or they have specialised skills.
She has an atypical work scheme letter from Lidl, so she's entitled to work with them for up to, normally it's 3 months, but she said it would last a year, because she's non-European, so she has to go on the system and register.
With 143 stores currently in the Republic of Ireland, Lidl is one of Ireland's top employers. But as an international company, it also employs specialist staff of other nationalities. With her paperwork in order, Officer Flynn processes the woman's entry.
Lidl are based in Kildare, aren't they?
Yes.
So where are you going to live? In Kildare, is it, or Dublin?
In Dublin.
In Dublin, oh. Okay.
In a hotel.
Yeah. Well, you're going to have to register with immigration, you know that?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
They send me all the information.
All right. If you're living in Dublin, you've got to go to this office.
Okay.
And register with immigration within 90 days, okay?
Okay.
And they will give you a stamp then for your remaining time.
It's critical she registers with the immigration department and that she gives herself enough time to do so.
I will do it like this week.
Okay, if you get a chance, yeah. But sometimes it's busy in there, you know?
Okay.
If she fails and misses the deadline, there's a very good chance that she'll not be allowed to stay beyond the initial 90 days, even with the prospect of a job.
See you then. Goodbye. Take care.
In County Donegal, Vehicle Inspector Des Hughes is carrying out safety inspections on trucks at a checkpoint set up by the police. On the border with Northern Ireland, County Donegal is a vital entry and exit point for haulage.
Where we are today is pretty close to the border, so we'll get lots of cross-border traffic. Some vehicles from Northern Ireland registered and Southern registered.
It's not long before they pull over the first truck of the day.
How are you doing?
Vehicle Inspector Hughes immediately begins his inspection, checking every aspect of the truck and its trailer.
They're all reading about 60 to 70 degrees, which tells me these brakes are working.
Both the truck and its trailer are in good working order. But when he checks the safety certification for the vehicle's trailer, there's an issue.
I'm going to double check that now, but it's coming up as being expired since August 15.
August? Not right, something wrong there.
Trailers, like every other vehicle on Ireland's roads, have to have a valid certificate of roadworthiness. And this one doesn't appear to have one. Vehicle Inspector Hughes fills in paperwork. The driver's phoned his boss. He claims the trailer is certificated, but in Northern Ireland.
NI number on this trailer.
Yeah.
It's tested in the north.
Okay. Okay, he's just informed me that there's an NI number on it, which is the northern trailer number, which is being tested in the north instead of the south.
Unfortunately, for Vehicle Inspector Hughes, he can't confirm that the test happened.
I can check a vehicle as in a truck from the north on my phone for MOT, which is their test, and tax, road tax, but I can't check a trailer.
Instead, he'll need to rely on the owner sending him evidence the trailer is certified.
Will you just get him to email it on to me anyway? I'll have it on the form, right? Just a copy of the test, yeah?
Having done a thorough check of the vehicle, he knows it's in good working order. So he's happy to let the truck carry on its journey. It's not long before they pull in another truck, and he's faced with a similar problem.
Is the truck tested?
That certainly is. It's tested north.
Have you any paperwork there, no?
I don't have any paperwork for this truck.
Can I step in the far side for a second?
You can, of course, as long as them feet's clean.
Vehicle Inspector Hughes carries out a full inspection of the truck and trailer.
We're then with a few miles of the border here, so, you know, people are jogging each side of the border and in their daily work. Some businesses have addresses both sides of the border. Makes it more difficult to get the full story on them and get the full picture of us not testing what is tested and testing it in the south, then testing it in the north. So it's a full-time job.
Happy that they're both roadworthy, he allows the truck to go. But he'll need to be sent the required paperwork. And then it's on to the next truck and trailer. Dublin Port has become a regular stop for cruise ships from around the world. At 330 metres long, the Royal Princess is one of the largest ships ever to have berthed in Dublin. The ship is carrying over 3,000 passengers, all of which will need to be safely managed on and off the site. And it's good logistics that are going to get the job done safely. Under the watchful eye of port security officers, security swing into action.
As you can see, it's mental.
They can't get distracted. Security needs to remain vigilant, checking vehicles and managing crowd control.
It's a lot of checking going on and a lot of bodies around the port, a lot of securities coming in.
As it's when things appear chaotic that people intent on causing harm or performing illegal activity can take advantage of the situation. Security need to make sure that every single passenger arriving is properly screened and checked before being allowed on board.
This is organised chaos, that's what it is, and if there's panic, let it be organised.
What are you doing? You can't go that gate, you're holding it all up, just turn around to the right. You can't go out that way, sir. Follow the bus. Move it up, don't park there. You get a lull, and then they just like another wave comes in, and they're everywhere.
It's all gone smoothly. With the port security being so organised, any potential risk has been prevented. Everyone is back on board who should be. The Princess Royal can set sail.